All right, welcome. Family Heals. We are doing a wrestling in retrospect today. Uh, we went back. We went back to January 11th, 1993.
Yeah.
A little Raw. The first
A
Raw.
little raw. Yeah.
A little.
Little.
The first Raw. And yeah, so little backstory. I wasn't watching at this time, so I didn't see these.
I definitely wasn't watching. I was 6 years out yet.
Yeah,
so.
you weren't watching yet. So, yeah, this was kind of a new watch to both of us. Obviously, I probably knew more people on there than he did.
I knew most,
Okay,
if not all.
Okay.
No, not all. But I knew pretty much.
so we're gonna break this down segment by segment and kind of give you our thoughts on it. Anything good
No,
or anything bad?
mostly bad.
Okay. Um, all right. Like I said, this is January 11th, 1993. I don't remember where it was. Where was it? Did you get that?
Manhattan.
Manhattan. Okay.
Manhattan
Manhattan Center.
Center?
Yeah. All right. First, we got Paul Mooney saying hello. And he,
I just wrote random dude talking.
okay, that was Paul Mooney.
Okay.
He was the announcer back there, or the backstage guy.
Great.
And he runs into Bobby Heenan, who cannot get into the building to do his job.
Yeah, what was that about?
So he was the voice, one of the voices of WWE.
Yeah.
And he apparently got bumped for this show, but thought he was still supposed to be on it. But he couldn't get in the building because he wasn't on the list.
Awesome.
Or they told him he couldn't get in the building. They couldn't let him in the building
Why?
to announce. Which I don't understand. Now I kind of like he pops up through this episode,
Yeah.
but so the people announcing this was Vince, Macho Man, two people everybody knows, and then Rob Bartlett.
I audibly said, who the fuck is Rob Bartlett?
I have never heard of this guy in my life.
Oh, and he sucked at it too. It seemed like he didn't understand what the show was.
The three of them didn't work together. Macho Man, he said that he hated being an announcer.
I knew that. I've heard about that.
Yeah, so
He wanted to wrestle.
yeah, that's all he wanted to do. And yeah, so I don't know who this guy was, and I don't know why they threw him in there instead of the Brain, but they did it. And maybe I don't have any conclusions of why this happened.
No, I don't understand any of it.
No. But we get right into. They don't waste much time. Get right into the first match. We got Koko Beware
Yeah.
versus Yokozuna with Mr. Fuji.
Yeah. I was like, oh, here comes Koko Beware. I know him.
Yep.
And then I didn't expect to see Yokozuna walk out there, and I was like, oh, sorry, Koko.
So
It's gonna get rough here in a second.
the first few minutes and sprinkled throughout the match were just fat jokes.
Were they? I wasn't.
Just
really-
fat jokes about Yokozuna. That was all they were talking about.
I think it was mostly that Rob Bartlett character.
Yeah, and then that Vince or Macho Man would jump in. Vince didn't say much about that. He kind of kept his mouth shut.
On.
Yeah, but it wasn't much of a match. Koko just got squashed.
Yeah.
Apparently he was.
I always see the shot with Yokozuna where it films like between his legs, but you can see like his whole ass.
Yes.
I hate that.
Yes,
Don't
that is-
show me the butt shot.
At least he has trunks on.
Yeah. It's not a Rikishi situation, I guess.
Yeah, no, it's not. But Yoko just gets killed, and Koko gets killed.
Yeah.
Yoko hits him with the splash, the sit-down splash, whatever you
Yeah,
want to call it.
the,
What do you call it? Sit-down splash? I don't know what
I
to call
don't
it.
remember what it's called.
And it's over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He never stood a chance.
No, that wasn't.
A lot of it was just him standing there, and then Koko would go off the ropes and try to hit
Run
him.
into him, yeah.
But he couldn't because he's too big.
It's way too big. He's like, I couldn't even tell you his weight.
He said 505.
Okay. If that was
That's
right, who
probably not
knows?
true.
Yeah. But he was looking pretty huge.
Yeah, he was a big guy.
So yeah, then we go back to outside we go to an interview. This one cracked me up.
Hold on. So this one confused me.
All right, I can explain it.
I don't need you to explain that part, but this is what I was thinking.
Okay.
So I see Bobby Heenan.
Yes.
And I'm like, okay, good, he got inside.
Right. No. This
Is a different
recorded
thing.
earlier. Yeah. Recorded at a different time.
So that's what confused me, and then I was like, who the hell is Narcissist?
Okay. See, now that's where. Okay, so yeah, he's talking about Mr. Perfect and how the narcissist is gonna come, take him out or whatever, and you can't believe how this guy looks, and he's amazing, and but he couldn't pronounce narcissist. All he kept saying was narcissist, narcissist, narcissist.
I thought his name was just Narcissist.
No, it's the narcissist.
The
Now, narcissist is somebody who's really into themselves.
Yeah, I know I know the definition.
And you know who that is, right?
No.
It's Lex Luger.
Oh, great.
Yeah, this was Lex Luger's character when he first came into WWF.
Okay.
But yeah, he couldn't pronounce it. Just kept saying narcissist over and over again. And Vince even said it like right
that's
after
why
that.
I was like, that's what his name is.
They got it right eventually. But yeah, it was pretty funny to me. So yeah, that was him like kind of teasing Lex Luger, narcissist.
Yeah, I have promo talking about Narcissist, whoever the fuck that is.
Lex Luger, yeah. So yeah, that was that, and then that cut off. So then we have another match, which is the Steiner Brothers, which everybody should know.
Yep.
Versus the Executioners, which Executioners were Dwayne Gill and Barry Hardy, no relation to Matt or Jeff, I believe. And I don't know either one of these guys.
They looked ridiculous.
Yeah, they were just all wearing all black and black masks.
Yeah.
It was
bad gimmick, I think.
I mean, most of these were.
That's right.
Narcissist.
Well, look, I mean, you look at the first match. Koko Beware is a bird, and Yokozuna is a Samoan pretending to be Japanese.
Yes.
So,
But it's funny, I was thinking, because back then we would have never known he was Samoan.
yeah, but it's also like he doesn't look Japanese.
No, he doesn't.
At all.
No.
If you've ever seen someone who's Japanese.
Right. If you've actually seen sumo wrestling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're like, well, that's not.
That's not right. Yeah, I know. Just go with it. So we also got Doink running around the crowd.
Yep, I saw him back there. Vince keeps calling him Dork.
Yeah, I got that too. I mean, he created him. You should probably know his name.
Yeah. Macho Man comes in, it's Doink.
Yeah, Doink, not Dork. And he got it right at the end.
Yeah.
He interviewed him. But anyways, the Steiners win with the Steiner line. They just destroyed him.
It wasn't even really a fight.
Yeah. So that was, yeah. So then we got Bobby Heenan outside trying to get in dressed as a woman.
Yep. Then I was confused again. I was like, okay, so he wasn't inside.
No, he wasn't. Nope, he wasn't. He did not make it inside. But if he fooled anybody, Paul Mooney seemed fooled for a second, and he needs glasses because
he's an idiot.
Yeah, really, he was, and glasses because he obviously still did not get in, and the wig fell off, and his cover was blown. So
yeah.
Then we got Vince interviewing Razor Ramon. He is the number one contender to Bret Hart's championship.
Yep.
After 6 months of being in the company.
Bret Hart was not on the show.
No, he was not. His brother. Well, they showed a clip of Razor attacking his brother.
Yes. So this was weird because they show the clip, but they don't mute the audio from the clip.
Oh, yeah, right.
So you can still hear him trying to cut the promo in the ring,
While
but the
clip's
clip's much louder, so you can't make out anything Razor's saying in the ring. You just hear a fight.
Yeah.
But you can hear faintly in the background he's trying to talk, but you can't understand what it is.
Yeah.
You gotta mute one.
Yeah.
I know it's 1993, but this is pretty basic stuff.
So yeah, it was just him talking about how great he was with the worst accent since if you ever seen Scarface. Al Pacino's accent was ridiculously bad, and everybody hates on me because I hated that movie, and everybody loves it for some reason.
I haven't seen it.
I mean, if you want to, you know what it is, all right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I hated it. So yeah, the accent was horrible. Just talking about Bret Hart, whatever, and he obviously never wins a title, so we know how that ended.
Yeah.
So then we got Tatanka talking about the headlock for hunger, which must have been some kind of donations for
some
hunger.
charity.
Yeah, so
thing.
That's all they said.
Yep.
All right, next
Weird choice for it to be Tatanka.
I mean, maybe every show, because they just did Saturday shows. Saturday was the show and not Monday Night Raw, you know?
Yeah.
Maybe every show they did a different one saying it, you know what I mean? That's the only thing I can think of.
Yeah.
Because, why him? Yeah, I don't know. So then we got Max Moon, which we did on our Guess the Gimmicks. And you were right about the little wrist things. I was wrong.
I know.
The little cannons.
I know.
Which he's
I
Conan.
put that in the video.
Yeah, he did. And he's Conan, obviously for people who follow WCW. Versus HBK for the Intercontinental title.
Yep. This match started actually pretty good.
It did.
And then it wasn't that.
Yeah.
It got real slow. commentary was really starting to make me mad
Why?
because they did this dumb Mike Tyson bit.
Oh God, I have it written down. What was that? I don't even know where that came from or why.
I mean, it clearly wasn't Mike Tyson.
Well, it was a worse impression of Mike Tyson than Razor Ramon being.
Yeah. Oh my God. So that really took me out of the match. So anything that was like good that was happening was out the window. God,
Yeah.
commentary has come so far.
Yeah, it has. Oh, the matches too.
Oh, well, yeah. Like it seems like every match was. No one went out there trying to tear the house down
No,
like everyone.
they just went
was.
through the motions.
Yeah.
You could tell Max Moon, he was like, did some luchador stuff, some arm drags and
Mm-hmm.
stuff like that. But other than that, it was just.
Like it started off pretty good. I was like, okay, we may have a wrestling match here, and then it slowed down
Yeah.
so hard.
Yep. But HBK wins with a fireman's carry.
It was teardrop suplex.
Whatever. It wasn't a super kick, which
Nope.
is weird to me because I don't know
That
when
wasn't
maybe he
it.
didn't start it yet.
I mean, he did it in the match, but he didn't win with it.
I know that confused me, but I guess that back then it wasn't his finisher.
No, must
So-
not have been.
So he wins the IC title. I mean, he keeps the IC title, which, whatever. Then they did a Royal Rumble promo, just kind of everybody talking schmack about what they're gonna do in the Rumble.
Yeah, starts with Shawn Michaels and Marty Jannetty,
Yeah.
and
I believe
something
Marty
about-
Jannetty wins that next match, if I'm thinking correctly.
From what I could gather, the way they talk about him, he never won any match ever.
No, not yeah. Well, that was with tag teams. He was the Marty Jannetty of tag teams. That was his big thing. But he got a little run after him and Shawn broke up, and then he didn't. So then a weird one because there was no real context to this. Kamala decides to turn babyface. I guess you got a headhunter, the guy with the face paint. When his two managers started beating the hell out of him.
They said that was like on last Saturday or something.
Yeah, it was their last Saturday show.
So I mean, I guess that's fine. I didn't even write that down.
Okay. And the Reverend Slick Rick, or Reverend Slick, they didn't call him Slick Rick yet. He was just Reverend Slick, I guess. Came out and, I guess saved him, but they beat him up. I don't know. It was
Yeah.
weird. So I guess he turned babyface on that Saturday show, which I don't ever remember him being a babyface, but
Well, there you go.
whatever. All right, we got a weird one here. We got Damien Demento.
No, before that, Bobby Heenan tries to get in the.
Oh yeah, I didn't write
Just
that
as
one
a
down.
Jewish man.
Yeah. Okay, I didn't write that one down.
And then
Did he get in?
No.
No, he didn't get in. All right, so
who the hell is Damien Demento? Can you break this down
Nope.
for me? No.
I don't ever remember him. I remember the name, but when they showed him, I had no recollection of who that guy was. I don't know who he is, otherwise. I should have looked that one up. I don't know why I didn't. But I was like, okay, maybe this guy was a little, gave him a little pushback then. But then I saw he was wrestling, and I was like, well, that's not.
No, it's the Undertaker.
So
Undertaker, gray gloves,
Yep.
gray boots.
Paul Bearer,
Yeah, Paul Bearer is
Yep.
there.
very early Undertaker,
Yeah.
obviously. And he just squashes this guy, pretty much. So yeah, like I said, I don't remember this.
This wasn't even really a fight. I mean, none of them were. No matches on this card were like an actual fight.
No, they weren't. It was just that's all it was back then was squash matches. And you would think being the first Raw, they would throw on something that mattered
IC title match.
against somebody who could win.
No.
So yeah, Undertaker wins. Tombstone, boom, done.
Yep.
That Vince interviews Doink the Clown, which you got the name right then.
I don't just end on the match.
Yeah, that's what I understand. Why was who cared about Doink and
I
Crush?
was like, okay, good, it's over. I can turn this off.
Not over.
But then I was like, oh no, wait, there's 3 minutes left.
Not over. So Crush says he doesn't like.
Who's Crush?
Crush was part of Demolition.
Oh, that Crush.
Yeah, but after Demolition broke up, he turned into a dude from Hawaii. That's why he had the funny accent.
Okay.
If you notice the accent at all, it was another bad accent. I don't know why
Oh, he
accents
kept
were such a
saying
big.
bruh.
Yeah, it was supposed to be from Hawaii. He was
Oh,
like a surfer dude that came from the islands or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we weren't supposed to know who he was before that or something. He was
He
part of
didn't even change
Demolition.
his name.
No, he didn't change. No, yeah. So he said, "Stop picking on people. I'm gonna beat you up if you don't." And then he runs around the ring, and then Crush jumps in the ring while Doink runs still around the ring and just starts laughing on the ground at him for I don't know why that was funny. Did you catch that?
Yeah, I caught
Yeah. Well, I didn't get the joke.
I don't either. I
All right.
never do.
And then we get.
I mean, this whole show was a joke.
And then,
The fact that this kept going, like another however many years, 30 years.
yeah,
40 years.
shocking, right?
No, it's nuts.
No, I mean how they didn't get canceled after the
Yeah,
beginning.
it should have been one show and done. Because I can't imagine it gets better for the next 5 years.
I can't imagine that.
Till we get to like Raw's War.
Yeah, exactly. I wouldn't have minded if they got rid of this stupid doink thing after the Undertaker match, and do the Bobby thing, just to let he gets in at the end of the show and then the credits run. That was
He
funny.
goes to the roof. And then
they say, okay,
the
you
show's
go in
over.
now.
Yeah.
You go in now. That was
Or
fine.
if you want to do the doink thing, put it before the match.
Yeah, you could have put that in the trash. Put that on Saturday.
Why is doink like technically the main event thing?
I don't know. He had a arm in a sling, so I don't know how much he was wrestling back then either.
No, he's just running.
And that was, I think that was the Matt Bourne doink. Did you see all the?
Yeah, there's
Dark
a million
Sides?
of them. No, I haven't.
Okay.
But I know there's a million of them.
There was 3 or 4, yeah. And I think that was the original, the Matt Bourne one, the crazy guy. But if you haven't seen that one, you should watch it. Anyways, yeah. Then Bobby gets in, the credits run. That was the only entertaining part to me that he actually got in. I thought it was hilarious.
That he got in that
Right
when it ended.
Yeah. Other than that, this sucked. I don't know how. I'm not surprised I stopped watching it before that because let's see, 93. I would have just started high school.
And it's so
No, I wouldn't have. That was 91.
it was so dense. Like there was no breakup for anything.
Oh,
We
yeah.
get to the Razor interview, and I'm like, okay, probably about 30 minutes in now. It's a 46-minute show.
Right.
I'm like, okay, we're almost done. So I check the time. 16 minutes in, another half hour. I'm like, insane.
It was hard to watch. Don't watch it. It's if you have nostalgia about those years, just don't go back because you will be very disappointed.
Also, you shouldn't.
No, you really
It
shouldn't.
like it was bad.
I mean, I'm afraid. That's why I'm afraid to watch like the earlier WrestleManias and stuff because I had such fond memories when I was a kid.
Yeah.
And it gets ruined when you rewatch stuff as an adult and realize how bad it was.
Yeah.
Uh,
Either way, it gives me new appreciation. I'm never gonna complain about current wrestling
yeah, it was a rough
because
one.
this was a disaster.
Yeah. So, yeah, this is I mean, we did 2 shitty shows in a row, I guess.
God, we need a good one.
Yeah, we need a banger. We need something. Well, it's your turn
And
to
I
pick.
think
So
I have an idea
okay,
of what
well,
we could do.
we'll see.
I want to get. We got to do it before King of the Ring, though.
When's that? Saturday?
Not this Saturday. Next Saturday.
Oh, we can do that. Yeah, we'll come back with another one. This will be a regular thing anyway, so
Yeah.
this is just adding to our wrestling watching time. But luckily, these on Peacock they cut out commercials and stuff, so it goes pretty fast.
Yeah.
But yeah, this was our wrestling in retrospect. Sadly, first Raw, but we had to get it out of the way because I had this one in mind. Like we had to do it just to kind of compare and see how far we've come.
Yeah, pretty far as it turns out.
Yeah, pretty far, and it made me sad.
Pretty far from bad squash matches and Mike Tyson promos.
That wasn't Mike Tyson.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, all right, we are the Family Heels. We are at.
You can find us on Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, all that good stuff. Drop a like, comment, subscribe, and thank you for watching. I'm never going to watch anything this old again.